cancer. He also had a heart bypass operation in 2012. Ahead of his birthday last December, the emperor revealed he was feeling his age more often. He acknowledged having made mistakes during ceremonies, adding that he would try not to make any more. Sources say the emperor appears to be stressed and anxious at the thought that someday soon he may not be able to perform at the level he desires. In May this year, Imperial Household Agency officials announced they were cancelling some of the emperor's and the empress's official activities. They said it was because of the couple's age. Sources say the emperor had reservations about drastic cuts the officials initially proposed, so the changes ended up being limited. The emperor has consistently said that the title should be held by one who can fulfill the duties.
NHK World's news director Hirotsugu Takata joins us here in studio with some insight. So, Hirotsugu, why is the emperor expressing his feelings to the public now?
Well, more than anything, it must be the emperor's age. As we've mentioned, he is 82, and he himself had said that he is feeling his age. Sources say the emperor first signaled his intention to abdicate about 5 years ago, and late last year he again conveyed that wish to close. The Imperial Household Agency had since been discussing the issue as the emperor gets older and continues to take part in many public engagements. They likely believe that the issue cannot be put off for long.
So the emperor has been giving signals to his close aides and family, but today he's expected to refrain from using the term abdication in his message. Why is that?
Because the emperor's direct use of the term could risk infringing on the constitution. Under Japanese law, there are no legal provisions for an abdication. For the emperor to do so, the Diet would have to approve new legal measures, such as revising the imperial house law or enacting other legislation. If the emperor openly says he wants to abdicate, it could be seen as interfering in politics, something the constitution doesn't allow him to do in his role as a symbol of Japan.
So what's expected to happen after the address?
Well, our sources say the emperor wants to abdicate in the coming years. But this will involve a drastic change to what the Japanese people have long been used to. The emperor's message could lead to a national debate, including changes to the law, as I mentioned. Government officials say they plan to carefully consider the emperor's words, and they're also planning to ask experts from various fields on their views before taking any steps.
Well, and if the emperor does abdicate, what will actually change?
As you know, in Japan, we have eras, one for each emperor. Japanese people use it to measure the years in addition to the Western calendar. We are currently in the Heisei era. But if the emperor is allowed to abdicate and the crown prince takes over, we would literally enter a new era with a new name, and the counting of the years would reset to 1.
All right, there's plenty there to watch. We'll keep on top of things as the story unfolds. Thank you, Hirotsugu.
Thank you.
We're a couple minutes away from the emperor's address. Emperor Akihito will speak for around 10 minutes about his duties as the symbol of the state and of the unity of the people, as stipulated in the Constitution. The emperor is 82 years old and performs a number of duties. He's told close aides that he wants to hand the throne over to his eldest son, Crown Prince Naruhito, in the coming years. In Japanese law, there's no reference to an emperor's abdication, so legal measures will be needed to carry out his wish. He's expected to refrain from using the word abdication or other expressions that directly express his wish. But sources say the address will convey his feelings. This will be the emperor's second video message to the public. The first was delivered after the 2011 earthquake and tsunami in northeastern Japan. The Emperor's address will be posted on the Imperial Household Agency's website in Japanese and in English. In the long history of Japan's imperial family, nearly half of the emperors have stepped down. It's been nearly 200 years since the last one did so. But in recent years in Europe, there have been a number of abdications. Queen Beatrix of the Netherlands announced her abdication in January 2013. In July of the same year, Belgium's King Albert II said he was stepping down due to old age. And in Spain, King Juan Carlos passed on the throne to his son in 2014. We'll now bring you Emperor Akihito's address. It'll be followed by NHK's domestic programming in Japanese and will provide you simultaneous translation.
We have passed an important milestone of the 70th year since the end of the last war, and we will enter the 30th year of Heisei era in 2 years' time. I am older than 80 years now, and sometimes feel various kinds of limitations due to physical weakness. During the past several years, I have looked over the path I have taken as the emperor and come to think about the desirable role for me to take or duties to fulfill in the future. Today, I would like to talk about the things I have thought so far as the emperor without mentioning specific issues related to the present imperial system. As aging of the population advances, the emperor also becomes old. In such a situation, what is the ideal role shall the emperor play?
これまでに考えてきたことを話したいと思います。即位以来、
Since I ascended to the throne, while carrying out constitutional functions, I have thought the ideal role of the emperor every day as a symbol stipulated by the Constitution of Japan.
模索しつつ過ごしてきました。伝統の
To this
継
day,
承者として
I have deepened awareness of my responsibilities to inherit and protect the Japanese traditions, and thought how the Japanese imperial family shall make the traditions fit to the modern times, stay vividly close to the people,
生き生きとして
and live up to people's expectation.
人々の期待に応えていくかを考えつつ今日に至っています。そのような中、
Some years ago,
何年か前のことになり
I
ますが、
underwent 2 surgeries,
2度の外科手術を受け、
and I began to
加え
feel
て
physical
高齢による
weakness
体力
due
の
to
低
my
下を
age.
覚えるようになった頃からこれから先
These experiences made me to think
思い
if
務めを
it
果た
becomes
す
difficult for me to fulfill the important duties that I have
ど
done
のよう
in
に
the past,
描写していくこと
what
が
I shall do
国に
to
とり
make it best for the state,
国
the
民にと
people,
り
and the younger generation
私の
of
後
the
を歩む
imperial
皇族
family
にとり
who will
良い
follow
ことであ
my
るかにつ
steps.
き考えるようになりました。すでに80を超え
When I consider my
幸いに
age of
健
over
康である
80
とは申
years,
せ
as well as
次第
gradually
身体
deteriorating
の
physical
衰えを
conditions,
考慮すると
despite being luckily
これまで
healthy
の
at
よう
this
に
moment,
全
I
身
have
全
concern
霊をもっ
about
て
not being
象徴
able
の
to
務めを
fulfill
果たしてい
duties
くこと
as a
が
symbol with my
難しく
utmost
なるので
efforts,
はないか
as
と
I have
感
done
じて
so
いま
far.
す。私が
About
天皇の位につい
28
てから
years have passed since
ほぼ
I acceded to the
28
throne.
この間
I have
私は
shared with the
我が国
people
における
happy
多くの
times
喜びの時
and sad times in
悲しみ
Japan.
の時を人々と共に過ごしてきました。私は
As the
これま
emperor,
で
I have attached
天皇
the
の務めと
greatest
して
importance to praying
何よ
for
りもま
peace
ず
and
国民
security
の安
as
寧
well
と
as
幸せを
happiness
祈
of
る
the
ことを
people.
大切に考えてきましたが、同時に
At the same time,
ことにあたっ
I
て
have
は
also thought
時と
it is
して
important to
人
stand
々の
beside the
傍
people,
らに立ち、その
listen
声
to
に
them,
耳を傾け、思いに寄
and
り添う
share
ことも
feelings with them.
大切なことと考えてきました。天皇が
I
象
have
徴であ
constantly
ると
felt
とも
that
に、
in order to fulfill
国
the
民
emperor's
統合の象
role
徴
as
と
the
しての
symbol
役
of the
割を果
state
たすためには、
and unity of the
天皇
people,
が
the
国民に
emperor should try to
天
seek
皇
for
と
the
いう象徴
understanding
の立場
of
へ
the
の理解
people
を求める
regarding
ととも
the
に、
position of the emperor
天皇
as a
もま
symbol,
た
while the
自
emperor
らのあり
himself
ように
gave
深く
deep
心
thought
し、
to his role to be
国
played,
民に対する
work to
理解
deepen the
を深め、
understanding of the people,
常
and
に国民と
enhance
共にある自覚を
self-recognition that the
自ら
emperor
のうちに
always
育てる必
stands
要を
with the
感じて
people.
きました。こうした意味
In
にお
that
いて、
respect,
日本の
I have
各地、
cherished
とりわけ
opportunities
遠隔
to
の地や
travel
島
to
々へ
various
の
parts of
旅も、
Japan, in
私
particular
は
remote
天皇の象
destinations
徴
and
的行為と
islands
して
as a function
大
of the
切なも
emperor
のと
as the
感じ
state
てきま
and
した。
national unity symbol.
皇太子の時代
Including
も
the
含め、
days when I was
これ
crown
まで
prince,
私が皇
together
后と共
with the
に行
empress,
ってきた
I have traveled to almost
全
all
国に及ぶ
corners
旅
of
は
the nation.
国内の
This has
ど
led
こに
me
おい
to
ても
understand that
その
no
地
matter
域を
where
愛し、
in the country,
その
there
共
are
同
people
体
who
を
love their
地道に
community
支える
and there are
市政の
residents
人々のある
supporting
こ
the
とを
community.
私に認識させ、
I am
私
very
が
happy
この
that I
認
was
識を持
able
って
to hold this
天皇と
recognition
して大
in
切な
fulfilling my
国民を
duty
思い、
with deep trust and
国民
respect
のために祈る
towards
と
the
いう
people
務めを
to think
人々への
and pray for
深
the
い
people
信頼
of
と敬
this
愛を持って
country.
成し得たことは幸せなことでした。天皇の
I
高
believe
齢化に
it will
伴
not
う
be
対処の
possible
仕方が
for the emperor
国事行為や
to limit
その象徴
to
と
the
しての
minimum
行為を
his constitutional
限りなく
functions
縮
and
小していくこと
duties
には
as the symbol
無
of
理があ
national
ろうと
unity
思われます。
as his age advances.
また
In
天
case
皇が
the emperor has
未
not
成年
come
で
of
あったり
age or is
重病
affected
など
with
に
a
より
serious
その機
disease,
能を果たし得なく
there
なった
is
場合
the
には
possibility to
天皇の行為
establish
を代行す
a
る摂政を
regency.
置くことも考えられます。しかし
However,
この場合も
even if a
天皇が
regency is
十分にその
established,
立場に
it
求
will
めら
still
れる
be the
務めを果
case
たせぬまま
where the emperor
生
will
涯の
remain
終わりに至る
enthroned
まで
until his
天
demise
皇であり続
without
けること
fully
に変
fulfilling
わりは
his
ありま
role
せん。
as emperor.
天皇が
In case
健康を
the
損な
emperor
い
is affected by health
深刻な
impairment
状態に立
and
ち至
if
っ
his
た場合
condition should reach a serious
こ
state,
れまでにも見られたよう
as we
に
have seen in the
社
past,
会が
there is
停滞し
concern that the society
国
will
民の暮らしに
stagnate
も
and people's
さまざまな
lives will
影
be
響が
impacted
及
in
ぶこと
various
が懸念
ways.
されます。さらにこれまで
Also,
の皇
there
室の
is
し
the
きりとして
long-standing tradition of
天
the
皇の
imperial
終焉にあ
household
たっては
that in the event of the emperor's
重い
demise, there will be a
もがりの行事が
series of
連
rituals
日
to prepare for the
ほぼ
funeral,
2
which
ヶ
will
月にわた
extend
って
for
続き
almost 2 months.
その後
This will be
葬儀に
followed by
関連する行
funeral
事が
rituals,
1年間
which will
続き
continue
ます。
for a year.
そのさまざまな行事と
Because these rituals
新時代に
events will
関
take
わる
place
修行
in
事が
parallel
同時に
to the
進
various
行するこ
events
とから
pertaining to the
行
new
事に
era,
関わる人々
those involved,
とりわけ
in particular,
残される家
family
族は
members, will find themselves in very demanding situations. I sometimes wonder whether there aren't any ways to avoid such a situation.
初めにも述べま
As
した
I
よう
said
に
at the outset,
憲法のもと
under the Constitution,
天皇は
the
国
emperor
政に関す
shall
る
not have
権能を
powers
有しません。
related to government.
そうした中で
Given these
この度我が国
circumstances,
の
while reflecting on the long history of the dynasty,
これからも
I have
皇
shared
室が
with
どの
you
ような時
my
にも
feelings
国民と
in
共に
hope
あり
that the